Attorney General Basil Williams on Wednesday announced that the administration wanted to repossess Red House, where the PPP administration had established the Jagan Research Center. The Granger administration is considering setting up a research center for all previous Guyanese presidents. Former President Donald Ramotar responded, saying that if the government wants a research center for past presidents, let them build one. However, Dr. Joey Jagan, the sole son of the late president, thinks otherwise. I would like to know what are your thoughts on this proposal by the new administration as it relates to the Red House?
Well, that's a tricky question because I'd have to give you a little background on it.
The background provided by Dr. Jagan was one that showed him being sidestepped as the only son of Dr. Chedi Jagan on all the consultations which led to the Red House lease.
I was never once consulted, never invited, never nothing by the people whose name you see in the list, including my sister.
The younger Jagan said the details coming out of that lease agreement are quite astonishing.
After the information has been divulged about the lease they had, the fixing the money, I find it shocking, to say the least, that whoever were in that panel there that made that deal would make a deal like that. Because my father, Chedi Jagan, would have never approved of that.
He expressed that such a venture should be privately supported, as is seen in other places. But he also acknowledged that there is a rich history attached to the Red House and the Jagans.
Don't necessarily agree with everything that's said. My father is the only leader of Guyana to have lived in Red House. And if people could understand that his research center, I think, is vital. I think a research center is very important, but it should be supported by private sector, private people who you should raise money from and sustain it, like the Clinton Foundation.
Dr. Jagan maintained that research centers for presidents should not put a dent on the national purse, and its maintenance should not be a taxpayer's responsibility. But how does he feel about the administration's proposal for a research center for all Guyanese presidents?
So I'm glad you asked the question. I thank you for that, because my opinion is that I'm not saying to separate. I feel that Mr. Burnham and Mr. Hoyt and Mr. Jagdev should have places, and Mr. Ramatar too, a research center as to their accomplishments or what they got done.
For HGP Nightly News, Kingsley Bryan.